In this cheat sheet, we'll learn all about compound sentences and coordinating conjunctions.
Quick question. What happens if we jam independent clauses together without proper punctuation or conjunction? Hint, hint, we talked about this in cheat sheet 11. We end up with a run-on sentence. And one of the ways to fix it is to separate the independent clauses with a period. Today's key idea is to create compound sentences, which is another way to fix run-on sentences. So, what's a compound sentence? Simply put, a compound sentence is when two independent clauses with related ideas are connected into one with a comma and coordinating conjunction. So how do we ensure that we correctly build compound sentences? It's simple. Think of a four-leaf clover. The top two leaves should remind you of the two questions to ask yourself, and the bottom two leaves should remind you of the two things to remember. Okay, so the first question is, are the two independent clauses related ideas? And the second question is, which coordinating conjunction should we use? A coordinating conjunction is a word that joins two words, phrases, or clauses. There are 7 of these, and you can remember them by using the acronym FANBOYS. 4 is used to add a reason why, and to add a similar idea, nor instead of and not, but to add an opposing idea, or to add an option to choose from, yet to add an opposing idea, and so to add a result. Now you'll see that the conjunctions but and yet have the same functions. However, yet is more formal than but. So we tend to use but in everyday situations and yet in formal situations. Now, onto the bottom two leaves. First, we need to replace the end punctuation of the first independent clause with a comma. And second, lowercase the first word of the second independent clause unless it's one of the mints. To help us understand this better, let's look at this compound sentence. I like grapes, but I don't like apples. Remember the four-leaf clover? Let's look at the top two first. The two independent clauses are related ideas. Both of them talk about fruits, but more specifically, the first one talks about the fruit I like, and the second one about the fruit I don't like. And since we're adding a different opposing idea from the first, but seems the best option here. Yet would sound too formal. Onto the bottom two. We have a comma before the coordinating conjunction, and the first word of the second independent clause, I, is left capitalized because it's one of the mints. Now, it's time to put your thinking caps on and join me in learning with examples. So here goes our example. Go ahead and read on your own. I encourage you to pause this video and create a compound sentence. Now that you've had an opportunity to try it, let's look at it together. So, are the two independent clauses related ideas? Yes. Both are about penguin swimming. Next, which coordinating conjunction should we use? We're adding a similar idea, so and seems the best option. Moving on, let's replace the end punctuation of the first independent clause with a comma. Last but not least, we should lowercase the first word of the second independent clause because they is not one of the mints. And voila, we're done and done. Now let's just recap the key idea. A compound sentence is when two independent clauses with related ideas are connected into one with a comma and coordinating conjunction.
Kisses. CK.